panties, that was the beginning. Mama had me, she was definitely smiling. Finally a boy, she was very, very happy. She prayed for us with the love of her life.
Hey guys, if you do not know ES, she is an African American female that moved from the US, moved to Africa, Ghana to be exact. She has a channel called Eatlovemigrate, which is showing her side of the African life, um, or I would say African American in Africa. Is one of those people that just said, I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm gone. I'm tired of all these things that's happening in the U.S. I'm going to the motherland. Um, One thing you guys have to know is there's always a beginning. There's always where you guys come from, and um, you always have to know where you from for you to find out more about yourself. At least for you to understand what's going on around you, you have to know where you're from. You have to know the background of your ancestors and all that. Unlike other African Americans that they'll be like pro black, yeah, yeah, black businesses and all that. I'll give an example of Kevin Gates. He's always talking about the pyramids and all that. That's like, African pro-black kind of thing. But when he was asked about Africa, he's like, no, 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 no. Like, I don't want nothing to do with that. I'm an American and I'm all that. ES moved back to Africa, uh, leaves the African way. Um, she's now dating an African man, and she's building a house in Africa. I know ES. A couple Africans there laughing at you, but I can see what you're thinking, what you're trying to create. Just believe in yourself. You will be able to do it. And talking about your relationship with Ayoko, we all knew that there was something going on. I remember I did leave a comment on your video. Um, I could tell by the way like you put him on the videos. Um, by the way, you guys ride on the bike together. Um, we could tell. We could all tell you guys in a relationship. You guys dressed in the same clothes. She would take care of his son and all that. Uh, you could not hide that, even though you guys kept on saying no, 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 but you could not hide that. Yoko is a good-looking guy. Yeah, I could tell. Um, I don't know how she is adapting to um, the sense that in Africa, I mean, if you remember, there was I don't know, one of these videos that she posted. Uh, Ayoko told her to move aside and sit down when they were digging a hole um, at her house that she's building. He told her to sit aside and he'll do the rest. Usually in Africa, men do most work while women, usually concentrate in the house, cleaning the house and cooking. So I don't know how she's adapting to that, knowing it's different out here. Yeah, unlike, these people that, like I said, shout pro black, but when they see an African and all that, they, look down on him. I've seen a couple African Americans do that. I'm an African. I've seen that a lot of times. They'll, look down on you and all that, thinking, where you come from is, a lot of people think it's a jungle. So I understand. I understand. Um, she chose, she shouted pro black, and went and did it. Um, Some people do it and they shout, and once it's time to say go back to Africa, like no, no, they need an African guy or an African female. They say, uh, you know, an accent. I don't like that. I don't like that. You know. So she went and did it. Eat the African food. Uh, she dresses like an African female now and all that. Be it African Americans, be it whites or whoever it is, they are all welcome to Africa. It's usually, I would say, a land of peace, no gun violence and all that. No, um, you can always come to Africa whenever you guys want. Yeah, but one thing you guys have to know is wherever you go, uh, as long as it's a different environment, you need people from there to guide you. If an African moves to the U.S., they need somebody from there or somebody that has lived there for a long period of time to guide you. Uh, so that was Ayoko guiding ES, and they ended up falling in love. So that's one of the few tips that you guys have to know about moving to Africa. That was ES's story about an African American that moved to Africa. That's her side of the story, and I felt like I had to tell my side of the story of an African living in Africa and an African living in the U.S.
When I was a little boy, mama told me, my boy, chase your dreams and keep believing, and the sky will be